Look closely at this aisle. Everything is here. Every snack, every carton of milk, every can of beans. A testament to modern convenience. We take this abundance for granted, a simple backdrop to our daily lives. But this perfect display, this seamless flow of goods, masks an incredible fragility.
It suggests effortless plenty, yet it demands a colossal invisible infrastructure. From the farm field miles away, across oceans and continents, everything must arrive precisely when needed.
This isn't just retail. It is a hyper-optimized global circulatory system.
The shelf you see is merely the final, visible point of an immense logistical network, a web of shipping lanes, automated warehouses, and complex data flows that keep the promise of plenty alive.
Consider the journey, from equatorial plantations to refrigerated containers crossing the Pacific. This system requires predictive modeling, just-in-time inventory, and billions of data points. A delicate dance that must never falter.
The shelf you see is merely the final visible point of an immense logistical network, a web of shipping lanes, automated warehouses, and complex data flows that keep the promise of plenty alive.
Consider the journey, from equatorial plantations to refrigerated containers crossing the Pacific. This system requires predictive modeling, just-in-time inventory, and billions of data points. A delicate dance that must never falter.
But before the goods move through massive distribution hubs, they must first be gathered at their source.
Whether it is a specialized harvest in California's valley fields or raw ore extracted from an Andean mine, the journey begins with highly localized, often intensely engineered processes of collection and aggregation.
These initial points are where global supply chains encounter local geography, demanding coordinated effort to transition bulk commodities into transportable units, whether by railcar, barge, or specialized freighter.
The next critical stage is the nexus point, the major international port. Here, goods cross borders and modes of transport seamlessly.
The scale is overwhelming. Thousands of containers measured in TEUs are moved daily, requiring a level of coordination few human systems can match. This isn't just about lifting boxes from one ship to another.
It involves complex intermodal transfers, moving cargo from deep-sea vessels onto specialized rail cars or waiting semi-trucks. Furthermore, every single container must clear customs and adhere to strict regulatory protocols before it can move inland.
Specialized cranes, advanced tracking systems, and highly trained personnel ensure that the global flow remains uninterrupted, transforming a massive port into an incredibly efficient logistical machine.
These massive hubs function as global arteries, connecting continents and economies. The efficiency of these ports directly dictates supply chain costs worldwide, making them indispensable engines of modern commerce.
But the physical movement of goods is only half the story. Behind every stocked shelf and every container ship lies a far more complex system: information itself.
This invisible layer is the true brain of global logistics. Massive data models ingest petabytes of information. Everything from historical sales figures to local weather patterns, even social media trends.
These algorithms predict not just what people will buy, but when they will need it, and precisely where.
From regional distribution centers, complex inventory management systems calculate optimal stock levels, balancing the risk of waste against the certainty of running out.
It is a predictive science that keeps the shelves stocked before the consumer even realizes they are hungry. Consider how a sudden heat wave shifts demand for bottled water across an entire state.
These systems adjust instantly, rerouting millions of units through optimized supply chains to meet unpredictable human needs. But managing stock levels is only half the battle. The food must survive the journey, and that requires a highly specialized infrastructure we rarely consider.
It's known as the cold chain, a meticulously maintained network of temperature controls designed to slow, but not stop, decomposition.
From refrigerated trucks traversing state lines to massive climate-controlled distribution centers, every point in this system is critical. A minor fluctuation in temperature can compromise entire shipments of dairy or produce.
These specialized environments don't just preserve food, they are fundamental pillars of public health and consumer trust. They ensure that the journey from farm to shelf remains a safe passage for perishable goods.
Monitoring these systems requires constant vigilance. Sensors track temperature in real time, alerting managers instantly to deviations.
This precision engineering safeguards everything from delicate seafood to ripe berries, ensuring quality right up until the moment of purchase.
But monitoring is only half the battle. The true complexity lies in the final leg, the last mile. It's here that the invisible system finally meets the consumer.
Goods, having traveled thousands of miles, must now be efficiently moved from massive regional hubs into individual storefronts. This isn't simple trucking. It's a highly choreographed logistical ballet.
Specialized routing software calculates optimal paths, minimizing fuel use and time. Expert labor coordinates optimize truck loading, ensuring that every pallet is placed exactly where it needs to be upon arrival.
It requires flawless timing and coordination. The point where immense industrial planning translates into the immediate availability of milk, bread, or cereal right on the shelf. This precision minimizes waste and maximizes throughput.
Consider the sheer volume. Hundreds of deliveries daily, each requiring precise scheduling to keep shelves stocked before peak demand hits. It is a continuous silent engine powering modern consumption.
The final mile, the journey from warehouse pallet to consumer shelf, is where the system meets humanity. The sophisticated algorithms and automated inventory trackers are not self-sufficient. They rely on hands, decisions, and sheer physical effort.
From the dock workers coordinating massive incoming shipments to the data analysts predicting regional demand shifts, every role is a critical node in this vast network.
Truck drivers navigate complex logistics grids, while shelf stockers execute the final, meticulous placement of goods. It is a testament to human coordination that technology remains merely an amplifier. The efficiency we observe isn't just code, it's the practiced rhythm of labor, making the invisible visible and keeping our modern supply chains moving one item at a time. Consider the early morning rush, the precise choreography of forklifts meeting human muscle. This blend of expertise and automation ensures that even...
But what happens when that rhythm falters? When the choreographed movements are interrupted by forces far outside the logistical plan, history offers stark reminders of this vulnerability.
Pandemics, natural disasters, or geopolitical conflicts can instantly expose the deepest seams in our interconnected infrastructure.
We see it not as a failure of individual components, but as a systemic shockwave, a ripple effect that cascades through every dependent node.
The shelves emptying aren't just an inconvenience. They are physical evidence of interdependence unraveling. When one critical link breaks, the entire system groans under the strain, revealing how fragile our modern abundance truly is.
Consider the sudden global halt during lockdowns, where supply chains seized up entirely.
From semiconductor shortages to port backlogs, these events proved that even minor disruptions can trigger cascading failures across continents, forcing a painful reckoning with our over-reliance on just-in-time efficiency.
The fragility we witnessed is not the end of the story. It is a powerful diagnostic tool. The next phase requires radical redesign.
We are moving toward resilience building, localized micro-hubs that shorten the distance between farm and shelf, minimizing exposure to global choke points. Innovations in sustainable packaging and advanced logistics are critical components of this shift.
Furthermore, integrating technologies like AI and blockchain promises unprecedented transparency, allowing every participant from farmer to consumer to track provenance and predict bottlenecks before they materialize.
The system supporting our modern abundance is inherently complex, a vast web of human ingenuity and logistical precision.
Looking back at the supermarket aisle, we see not just products, but the culmination of an immense, deeply interconnected global effort, a testament to both its genius and its vulnerability.
This reimagined flow suggests a decentralized model, regional distribution centers feeding,